Hi guys, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. In today's video, we're going to be building what I'd like to call a Lighthouse Cafe, and this is a build that we built on stream, I think on Friday last week. So this is a pretty exciting build. I really like how it turned out and I'm really hoping that you guys will like it too. If you want to download this cafe, it is up on the gallery by the time this video is up under my ID, which is simmerkhai. And I really hope that you guys will enjoy the rest of this video. So this is a Lighthouse Cafe in Brindleton Bay, and it has like a game room on the second floor. At first I didn't really know what to build on stream, so it was either going to be this Lighthouse Cafe, a family home, or another cabin for the save file that I'm working on with Honey May Sims. So I think we ended up choosing to build a Lighthouse Cafe because I don't know why. I asked my viewers on Twitch and they said like we should build a Lighthouse Cafe, so that's what we did over here. And the lot that we chose is one of the pier lots in Brindleton Bay, which I really like. I think this is the pause salon or something, and we basically use this lot to build the Lighthouse Cafe. And I really like the lighting of this lot, even though the front part of it is a bit shadowy, but I think it's a pretty nice lot to build on. And yeah, I really like how it looks like in the end. I decided to choose to do a Lighthouse Cafe as one of the builds that were given the choice, because I was browsing through Pinterest and I thought that one of the posts that I saw really suited like the vibe that I was picturing, so I went with that. And then yeah, it turns out that we chose a Lighthouse Cafe to build on this lot, and it was really fun to stream this build. I really enjoyed building this cafe, and I really like the look of it too, and this is a build that was inspired 100% by Pinterest, like a post on Pinterest that I saw, so I don't claim it as it to be my original work, I guess, because usually I do browse Pinterest to build stuff, so yeah, it's not 100% my original idea. And I really like the vibe of this cafe. This cafe has like an employee's room, like a restroom, a kitchen, also the main part of the cafe, and then on the top it has a gaming room as well as a toilet. So the gaming room ends up being pretty simple. I was picturing like since it was in Brindleton Bay, I was picturing that the items that we put in the cafe should come with and be consistent with the Brindleton Bay grunge vibes. I don't know what you call that vibe. I think it's like a boatman or fisherman's vibe or something like that. Very rustic looking and very, I guess, like rusty as well. And I tried to apply it throughout the whole build from the inside and outside, and I really like to do the exterior for this build because the exterior is somewhat different from what I usually do. So yeah, it ends up being like a concrete or wooden floor deck instead of like just soil ground. And I think I also put a bunch of like community stuff, like a few bicycles, some like railing stuff, as well as like a bunch of newspaper clutter items from the live edit objects menu of the base game. And yeah, like I said, I really had fun doing the exterior, and I think I had more fun doing the exterior than the interior, to be honest, because I feel like exteriors give that first impression to someone. And yeah, the exterior has to be important in a way that it captures the eyes of people, if you want to say it that way. And yeah, like I said, I enjoyed doing the exterior, but the interior is really looking nice too. I really like the interior as well, even though it's not as nice as the exterior in my opinion, but I did enjoy doing this build. Everything, exterior, interior, all the little parts and whatnot, And then over here you can see that I used these mossy swatch for the roofing that is from the werewolves pack, and I really like that mossy swatch. I think it really looks like a very cozy slash rustic vibe. So I did decide to use it for the roof swatch. Either it was this one or another one that is from, I think, Get Together or Get Famous, I'm not too sure, but I resorted to using this one because I really like the mossy vibes, and I pictured that this cafe was quite old too. That's why I used those like mossy roofing swatches, and it's very rustic, and I think it is on a lot that is near the ocean or sea of Brindleton Bay as well. So the scenery over here I think really looks nice and fits the vibe like in the whole picture. For the lighthouse, I did have trouble trying to figure out what the lighthouse would look like for this part, and in the end I decided to use the roofing decoration that is from the My Wedding Stories pack. I think it's like a roofing for a chapel, but I did use it for the quote-unquote tower of the lighthouse. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And overall, the landscaping ends up being pretty simple as well. I decided to just put in a bunch of bushes just to fill up the soil ground stuff, because the other parts of the ground are covered in wooden tiles that is from the cottage living pack, which was actually recommended by Honey May Sims because she is like one of my viewers over there. She recommended to use this wooden tile, and she said that it fits perfectly because the surrounding non-editable flooring is of kind of the same color and pattern as well, and she's not wrong. In the end, we resorted to using that kind of tile over on the whole lot, so it kind of looks blended in together pretty well with the untouchable I guess outside of the lot items. And then over here I'm just trying to place a bunch of debug items from the live edit menu of the base game, I think, and these ones I think are specifically from probably Cottage Living. They are stone and I really like the texture, so I decided to include them as part of the premise of the cafe. And then over here I decided to use a bunch of railing items from the base game menu of the debug menu, and place a bunch of bicycles there to look like people are going in and out of the cafe basically, even though I'm not too sure if the bicycles are functional if the lot is a cafe. But either way, I really like how it looks like if it's decorated like that. And also I put a bunch of, like I said, the newspaper stands that you see on the left side of the lot, as well as a flag for the roof part. And the flag I think is from Discovery University or Get Famous, one of those. I decided to include it to make it look more like very cozy and very pier vibes, I guess. Pier vibes as in P-I-E-R, pier by the sea vibes, and I really like the look of it. And I also decided to put in a chimney under the flag to make it look more decorated. And then over here I was placing the roof decoration items that is from the Cottage Living pack. I'm not too sure what the function of it is actually, but I decided to include it to make it look more nicer and show that the roofing has a bit more decoration than it is to be plain and just undecorated, I guess. And then I also placed a bunch of trees that are from the Cats and Dogs pack, and I put some pots underneath them to make it look like it's grown on the pier of this cafe, because even like if I didn't put it there, the pots there with the trees, it would look like the trees grew out of the tiling of the build, so that would be weird. Anyways, we're gonna be moving on into the interior of the build, and we're gonna be starting off with the main part of the build, which ends up being pretty simple and cozy looking. I really like it, and I did use the curtains that are from the what is that, the new Desert Luxe kit. Also talking about that, there are rumors going on that The Sims 5 is launching like next month. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, honestly, but I don't know actually, because I feel like it's too soon for The Sims to be releasing a Sims 5 if like a lot of players experience like glitches and stuff like that. So I think The Sims 4 need to be fixed first before they actually launch The Sims 5. But let me know what you guys think about that. Like, is The Sims 5 gonna be an open world concept or anything? But it would be pretty interesting if they did an open world concept for The Sims 5, I think. Anyways, we are going to be decorating the main part of the build right now. I did include a fireplace that is from the Desert Lux kit, and it kind of like goes out of the first floor into the second, but then on the exterior it is covered by the chimney part, so the extended or non-existent part when you view it from the first floor is not viewable, thankfully. And then over here I decided to place a rug that is from the Werewolves pack to make it look more cozy and just very fits the vibes that I was going with. And I also managed to decorate the walls with a bunch of paintings and also a bunch of lanterns, which I really love. They're from the Cats and Dogs pack, and I think they really suit the harbor vibe or pier vibe that I was going for. And then over here I decided to place a kitchen for the employees of this cafe, and the employees also have like their own resting room like behind the kitchen. Even though this cafe has basically 2 entries, but I guess one of them would fit for a, like only employees entry. Anyways, talking about that, I just remembered that I didn't put an exterior dustbin or dumpster, so I think I forgot, or it didn't cross my mind to put one. But if you wanted to put one, I guess you can put it like at the back part of the build where the other entrance is, which is on like a foundation, a curved foundation. Anyways, the kitchen I did was pretty simple, and I included a wine cooler thingy from the Dine Out pack, which I really like. I really like the look of it, even though I don't think it really fits the theme because it looks somewhat more modern than it is actually like rustic. But I decided to include it anyways because, you know, it's a cafe and cafes should have like a lot of fridges and a lot of drinks and stuff like that. Anyways, over here is going to be the kitchen, and I decided to use the stuff that is from the Country Kitchen kit, I think, and also put in a bunch of stuff, but not to make it look too decorated, so I just minimized the amount of stuff that I put in for the decoration / clutter for the kitchen. And then over here is going to be just the employees' place. It is just a resting room with a bunch of resting clutter, I guess, like a sofa, a TV, also a bookshelf, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just going to be it for the employees' resting room. And I did like have a struggle to figure out which type of bookshelf I wanted to put in. In the end, I decided to use the one that is from the high school years simply because I like the brown shade of it, and I think that the brown color really suited the whole room's perspective. Anyways, we're going to be moving on to the second part of the cafe, which is going to be where the gaming room is. The gaming room ends up being pretty, like, I guess more of commercial gaming room rather than like personalized gaming room. And I did include a bunch of stuff from the Get Together pack since it's the most closest pack that you can use to build a cafe with a lot of games in it. I also decided to include a vending machine simply because I think that the Sims would want to rehydrate or something. Hydrate. I also included a dartboard, also a foosball table, as well as the big arcade that is from the Get Together pack, which I've never used before, but I really like it. And at this point, I was like, I just found out that the high school years also has a jukebox, which is pretty big. But in the end, I decided to include the base game jukebox, which looks more of club oriented rather than fancy schmancy. Anyways, the gaming room also has a TV, which I pictured that the Sims can watch sports when they get together and stuff like that. And then there is a third level, but I didn't end up decorate it because it's like non-accessible, so I didn't really decorate the tower of the lighthouse for the third level, but you can definitely include, I guess, a ladder for your Sims to go up onto the lookout deck or lookout point, which is located on the third level or fourth level on top of the lighthouse tower. And then over here is just going to be like the exterior part of the employees room, which is pretty basic. It ends up having just a little table as well as a couple of gardening pots. Anyways, I think that would be it for the video, and from me, I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video as much as I did creating it, and enjoy this build if you like it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I really hope that you guys have a good day or night or weekend wherever you are, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!